Diva Freaks. Welcome to a brand new Top 5 Countdown here on SRR2. Making her SRR2 debut, my Scotian sister, Miss Chris, is here. Hello, Christina.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. I mean, I'm a little bit bummed out. Summer's over, pretty much.
I'm so excited for fall.
Fall is good. I like fall. I just want summer to go, like, till the end of September.
Yeah.
Even into October. Actually, I wouldn't mind if we could have Halloween in, like, tropical weather.
Oh, no, I would not want that. Halloween's my favorite.
Do you ever go to the haunted corn maze? I know there's a couple of them around, but...
I've been wanting to. We've got about 5 of them around here, and every year I say I'm going to go, and I don't go. So I'm hoping to actually go to one this year.
I go every year. I would love to meet up with you at one of them, but, yeah, that would be weird if it was, like, warm outside.
Yeah, I'm going to, up in, there's an area called Annapolis Royal, and they have, like, a graveyard tour. It's a really historic town. I'm going to that this year.
Ooh, are you going to go to Upper Clemens? It's probably going to be closed by then.
Oh, it'll be closed. I used to work there. I worked there for, like, 3 years, too, so it's not even, like, anything special anymore.
So Upper Clemens is an amusement park. It's, like, the only one we have in Nova Scotia. It's pretty shitty, but if you're, like, a kid, it's great.
Yeah.
What ride did you work on, or what did you do there?
My first couple of years, I did the ride operating, but they switched us up every day, so I had a chance to do everything. My favorite one was the water slide. They had a person down at the bottom and a person up at the top.
Yeah.
On a really hot day, it was great to be up at the top because you got splashed from the water, but if you were feeling really, really lazy and didn't want to do much, being down at the bottom was awesome. I've
definitely ridden that water slide a few times as well. The log ride and the roller coaster are legendary. Alright, well, summer's over, almost, and to celebrate, question mark, because I'm not really celebrating that, I love summer, but we are going to take a look back this summer and reflect and count down our top 5 hottest guys of the summer. Now, this is a little bit different. This is not a diva countdown. How do you feel about this subject, Chris?
Because I love hot guys.
Yeah? Was it...
I mean, I can easily count down the hot women, too, but...
Was it hard to narrow down 5 guys, or did you, like, find it pretty easy?
I found it pretty easy. I'm probably mainly just going to be basing my list on looks, because a lot of the, I think I was telling you earlier, a lot of the relevant men this summer, I don't really find that attractive.
Like Kevin Owens?
Yeah.
Some of us are chubby chasers, Frankie, but I'm not. Alright, well, before we start off, do you want to... What were your highlights of the summer other than, like, wrestling? Like, what did you do that was amazing or awesome this summer?
I went to Roosevelt Beach a couple of times. That's, like, a great big ocean, pretty beach that we have in Nova Scotia. So that was pretty nice. I'm trying to think of what I did. Oh, something coming up. Halifax, so this Sunday I'll be up in Halifax. We're hosting the Canadian Country Music Awards this year.
Are we really?
For that, so that's probably going to be my biggest highlight. That's coming up this Sunday.
I had no idea, A, that we were hosting it, and B, that was a thing.
Yeah, it's at the, sorry, I'm never going to call it the Scotia Bank Centre or whatever it is. It's at the Metro Centre.
Oh, yes. That's cool. Did you hear Akon is coming here, like, in a few weeks?
Is he really?
Hopefully he'll get across the border, unlike Mace. I'm still bitter.
Yeah, we, at my work, we have a Ticket Pro terminal set up, and we were selling tickets for Mace, and so many people were coming in, like, really, really pissed off.
It was disappointing.
Yeah.
Alright, well, yeah, my highlights definitely include my Montreal trip. I'm still really bitter that the channel is apparently gone, and I can't rewatch my video diary over and over and over. What else? I don't know. The sensational Summer Rae ruling everything.
Oh, right. We went to WWE at the beginning of the summer, didn't we?
Yeah, was that May?
Yeah.
That was a good kickoff for summer, definitely.
Yes.
I don't know if any of my... Oh, yeah, there was definitely at least one. Well, I think only one of my picks we saw in Halifax. Dun, dun, dun. I'm going to get you to start, though. What is your number 5 choice for top 5 hottest guys of the summer? And yeah, before you tell me, how did you, like, base your picks? What did you keep into consideration?
Mainly just the men that I feel are insanely attractive and has been somewhat relevant for the summer. 'Cause like I said, a lot of the really relevant ones, I just don't have that big of an attraction to. I mean, Seth Rollins was a big relevant person this summer, but I can't get over his hair and his face, and I would like to just put a paper bag over his head, and that would be cool.
His whiny-ass voice doesn't help him as well as his racist-ass girlfriend.
Yes.
Anyway, who's your number 5?
My number 5, and my husband does not get this at all. Every time he comes on, I just think he is so hot, is actually Wade Barrett.
Ah, Mr. Bad News.
Yes, I have no idea, like, what it is about him. I never used to think he was good looking, but then he went away for a little bit and came back and is just in amazing physical shape, and his body's completely changed, and I just want to pounce on him every time I see him.
He's cut. I don't know. It's almost too lean for me. Like,
oh, really?
I don't know. I feel like I'd hurt him if I got on top of him. I don't know. But he is definitely a hottie, and he's pretty relevant. He had a SummerSlam match, and
King of the Ring,
King of the Ring, and his alliance with Cody, and I think now he's off filming a movie.
Yeah, he's off for a little bit, isn't he?
Yeah. But it's good that he... Well, is he King Barrett, or is he King Bad News Barrett, or who is he now?
I read that I guess the King thing wasn't really going very well for him in his career, so after he gets back from filming the movie, they're just going to go back to the bad news.
As they should.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like that pick. I say a choice that may be controversial. He's not really an in-ring competitor. I don't even really know what kind of contract he's under at this point, but if you were a fan of Tough Enough this summer, he was, after Hulk Hogan left, he was like the biggest star power they had, I think. No, it's not Daniel Bryan. I'm talking about the sexy Canadian Y2J, Chris Jericho, at number 5. Now, I love an older guy, plus a well-dressed older guy. Chris Jericho used to bother me when he got those midlife crisis tattoos that he never had before, but I've gotten over it since. What do you think, Y2J, Chris Jericho, Chris, number 5?
I actually forgot all about him, and I still, even though he is a lot older, think he is incredibly hot. I love how he dresses. I love that he sings and is very musical. Like, I'm really attracted to a guy with musical quality, especially a rocker. And I actually really love all of his tattoos, including he's got one. I'm a huge, like, Jason and Freddy and Michael Myers fan. He's got one with the Jason mask, and he's mixed it with the Canadian flag, and I think he has the one, instead of the regular mask, it's the Winnipeg Jet symbol on the mask.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's really cool of him.
That's interesting that you consider his singing a plus, because to me it's a detriment, and
Really?
I have to look past it. But yeah, and when he did that, he's done a couple reality shows like Dancing with the Stars, and he did a singing one too, and yeah, that was kind of embarrassing. I was embarrassed for him. But yeah, he's very hot still at the end of the day. The other problem though is it would be like having Kelly's seconds. I don't know if I'm not sure if I'm up for that or not. All right, but I think they're both great picks to start us off. Wade Barrett and Chris Jericho, number 5. But who's your number 4 top 5 hottest guys of the summer?
My number 4, and I think I've talked about this before on the show. Again, people don't understand it, but it is Dean Ambrose.
The lunatic fringe.
Yes. I used to hate him. When he was with the Shield, I thought he was so greasy and so disgusting. And I think I've said this exact thing before. It's crazy what a personality change will make a girl think is attractive.
Okay, but what, like, has he changed? Like, what's changed? Tell me.
Just the way he acts, and he's more, he may have been this way the whole time, but he's having more of a highlight put on him right now, so his whole, like, insane, crazy, will do anything, doesn't really give a shit attitude that he has, plus, he changed his hair, it's not all slicked back and greasy looking anymore.
That's true.
And his outfit, I also really like his outfit, but I have to say, he's been coming and getting his shirt ripped off lately, and I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
With what he looks like without his shirt on. But just how his attitude is right now is basically what is the main attraction factor for me.
Yeah, okay. I think I didn't put him on my list, and I think I would have if he had turned on Roman at SummerSlam like everyone thought was going to happen.
I don't want him to turn.
I don't know. I think he needs something, but I don't know if he would work as a heel because like everyone loves him.
I think what he might work good as is not like a heel or a face, but one of those guys who can just be both, and no matter what, you're gonna like him. Like Randy Orton's kind of that way.
That's true. Oh, and I couldn't even put Randy on this list because he lost to Sheamus at SummerSlam. Spoiler alert. Okay, so that's fair. You're picking Renee's man, Dean Ambrose, number 4. I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna stick with the Canadian theme here. First it was Chris Jericho, but now it's someone who is just down at NXT, who has sort of had a gimmick overhaul, who I think is very good looking. He's 34 years old, so I mean, it's kind of refreshing to see someone that at that age, like down at NXT, and I don't know. So you don't have to be like 21 or 24 or however old Seth Rollins is to be the champ. This guy's name is Ty Dillinger. He's the perfect 10, and you need to be good looking to pull out the perfect 10 gimmick, and he sure is. I've said it before. I think he's banging Sasha Banks. I'm not really sure, but I get that vibe from Twitter. And I just think that he's Canadian. He's really good looking. He has a new gimmick. He's being pushed. Unfortunately, he lost though to that Apollo Crews guy at TakeOver Brooklyn. But what are your thoughts, Chris? Are you familiar with the perfect 10?
I'm not. I'm actually Googling him right now because I got rid of the network. And then I just got it back. But I just got it back. I had a chance. I watched SummerSlam, and since SummerSlam, I literally have not watched anything on the network. So I want to see what he looks like.
He's very good looking, and the perfect 10 gimmick is over, so hopefully he'll start winning matches instead of jobbing out. Ty Dillinger, you're hot. Number 4. Congratulations. Christina, let's go back to you. What's your number 3?
Well, first I've just seen a picture of Ty.
And what's your reaction?
I don't know. I don't like his jawline.
Oh.
That's so picky. Might be different. I'll have to watch NXT though and see what he's actually like in the ring and how his character is, because that'll definitely give me a better opinion on him.
He used to be Jason Jordan's tag team partner. They would wear like orange and blue.
Yeah, I see a picture here of them.
Yeah.
I like the facial hair.
I think he's a very good looking man. I think he must be like Italian or something, or maybe just because of the dark features. I think that, but
yeah, and he's Canadian, so that makes it even better.
Mm-hmm. So who do you got for number 3? I guess it is now.
Number 3. Who did I go through so far? I went through Wade. I went through Dean. Dolph Ziggler.
All right, the Ziggle Wiggle. We saw.
There is no denying it. He is absolutely insanely hot. I've never liked his hair. I do wish he would change his hair. When he came out with Vicky Guerrero a few years back, and she introduced the new and improved Dolph Ziggler, and he had his hair cut off, and it was brown, and oh, he looks so good. But I can get past the hair for the body and the face and the attitude and everything else. That is just so incredibly yummy.
I mean, that makeover was okay. He looked good, but he just didn't look like himself at all.
No, with his character, I don't think it would have flown very well.
So,
he has been with Lana lately, like, he's just so cute, and he's so protective, and just makes my heart melt.
Okay. Where does he, like, do you think he's going to be in this feud with Rusev now for a while still, or, like, where does he go from here with Lana?
I haven't seen this week at all yet because of my work schedule, but I am hoping the feud will continue to go on a little bit, and I actually want to see, like, a mixed tag. Has a mixed tag happened yet?
No.
This week? No, okay, that's what I want to see, is a mixed tag. Or, bringing it out so that, like, maybe Rusev and Ziggler can train and manage Lana and Summer Rae, and then they have their feud.
Okay.
Yeah. And then end it after they end it.
I think Ziggler's a strong pick, definitely. He's been relevant and attractive all summer long.
Yes. I was sad. I read somewhere that back when he was injured, I read an article that he potentially wasn't going to re-sign with the WWE, and that made me really sad. He's the only person who was at the show we went to in May whose shirt I actually wanted. Except WWE, I am going to say, very disappointed with your shop you had set up at our Halifax show. You did not have a lot of options at all.
It was so small.
Yeah,
I was like, is that it? Really?
I would have bought so much because I wouldn't have to pay the shipping if there was more there.
That's true. Good point. Hopefully next time. Hopefully they come back soon.
Yes. My
number 3, I'm going to stick with NXT. It is our NXT champion, Finn Balor. 2015 or 2014 Randy Award winning Beautiful Baby of the Year. Now, some people think the Finn Balor character has gotten a little bit stale, or they're just bored, or they just don't get it. But I'm sorry, he's still hot. Like, look at his booty. Oh my god.
Look at his face and listen to his accent.
He's got a lot of nice features.
Yes, I can't say too much about Finn because that'll be a little bit of a spoiler.
Okay. Well, we'll just leave it at that then, because, I mean, again, there's no really reason for me to explain Finn. I mean, obviously he's the champion, very relevant. He's gotten like wins over Kevin Owens. He's gotten long played out video packages dedicated to him. He's got people like Becky Lynch like talking about how good he is, basically kissing his ass, something I want to do. So yeah, Finn Balor I think has to be on this list one way or the other, so I'm going to put him at number 3. Let's talk runner-up though. Who is your number 2? Who's your runner-up?
Well, anybody who knows me probably would have thought, just because he's always been my favorite, that he would be my number 1, but this time is not the case. My runner-up is Randy Orton. I had to put him on here. I absolutely love him. First time I've seen him, I cried. He came music hit and I started bawling my eyes out. My husband was like, are you okay? And he just started laughing at me.
Wow.
It was a little embarrassing, but no, I was in hysterics when he came out. I loved Randy Orton since day 1, and I will continue loving Randy Orton.
Look, I do love him. He is definitely one of my favorites. It's just, it's been a tough summer for Randy. I don't know.
It has, and I wish they would figure out a good storyline to keep him in and keep him going.
The most memorable thing from the summer for me, for Randy, is when he made a fat joke about Kevin Owens on Raw. That's it though. Like, what else has he done?
Not much at all. I mean, he's been a lot of tag matches and like kind of being there to help the other faces when it comes to them going against the big heels of the summer, but nothing really for himself.
No. But I think overall Randy Orton might be the most attractive superstar of all time, so...
He is, oh my god, gorgeous.
I can see why you put him there.
Yeah, he, like I said, he would be my number 1, but there's somebody else who's coming up who I'm insanely attracted to, so...
Alright, well, before you let me know, I'm going to tell you my number 2, and this is not someone that I'm like, oh my god, he's so hot, but he's definitely good looking, and he's definitely relevant right now, and it's great to see it. He has a lot of fans. He's a huge name. I think he's on his way to becoming a huge name anyway. He's not really at the top, but he's climbing ever so closer week by week, and that is Cesaro. Swiss Superman number 2. Now, I mean, when Tyson got his injury, you know, it was sort of the death of the Natalya character, but luckily for Cesaro, the tag team partner, he was able to stay relevant and get sort of a mini push as a top singles star. Like, allegedly he had a chat with Vince, and Vince told him, like, it's now or never. You have to take this opportunity and go with it. And I mean, it sucks that he comes out to that stupid siren music, but he gets mad love. He gets huge cheers, like, everywhere they go. It's not just in Europe, not just in Canada, not just somewhere in the States. It's everywhere. And yeah, I mean, a lot of guys, when their partner's out, they're done. I mean, yeah, you have the Uso on commentary, but he's not in the ring at all. And I don't know, it's hard when a tag team, when one guy goes, it's hard when you're left to sort of fend for yourself, and Cesaro's done a great job. He's a little bit too hairy for me. I don't want to bring a weed whacker when I go over to a guy's house, but at the end of the day, great smile, nice face. He was on Tough Enough a lot too. He helped the guys on Tough Enough a lot, and he worked matches with them. So Cesaro, you're my number 2.
I really like Cesaro, so I'm happy he made it on your list. Day 1 from him coming onto the scene, I thought that he was so talented, and the WWE just was basically screwing his character over completely, giving him a terrible character for himself in the beginning, and I wish they would have done so much more with him, so I'm happy they're actually starting to do that now.
Better late than never. hopefully when Rosa pops out that baby, maybe they'll give her a win. Fuck, Rosa's child will win a match before Rosa Mendes ever does. So sad. Alright, I think I know who your number one choice is.
Yes, I sort of gave it away a little earlier. My number one is Finn Balor. I am kind of obsessed with him, actually. I kind of stalk him every day on Instagram. I'm sorry if he ends up listening to this and finds it creepy, but I'm probably not the only person who does that. So, he's my number one. Just everything about him. I love his character. I love the demon thing when he comes out like that. I think it's so cool. I really like his entrance music, everything, the whole package he's put together. He's done a really good job with. And I don't know who helped him create all this, but the creative team behind Finn Balor has done awesome, in my opinion. And he has an amazing body and an amazing accent and awesome eyes and everything about him. I could just...
Okay. He is magically delicious.
Yes.
I'll say that. And apparently he even got like the Undertaker's approval about as far as like his creative stuff.
Oh, really?
So that's really cool.
Yeah.
And this
anybody who gets approval from the Undertaker is probably gonna, I mean, like John Cena's first match after he came back from backstage, Undertaker said that he liked him and he was gonna go somewhere, so you never know. Finn Balor could be going as far as John Cena.
We'll see. I don't know. I mean, I think the sky's the limit for him. He's got a lot of potential. And I mean, to be the top guy and to be the champion when you have like Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens and, well, I guess the Asian guy's injured, Hideo, but
I don't like him.
There's a lot of talent down there, so to be the champion, to stay the champion is pretty impressive.
Yeah, no, I was so excited when he got the belt. I didn't have the network at the time, but I definitely heard about it because, as I said, I stalk his Instagram daily and not so much hourly, but I stalk it frequently.
every 2 hours.
Yes, about as much as I stalk Nikki Bella's Instagram.
Oh wow, okay. Did you check out my top 10 divas of the summer? I made her number one.
Did you?
I did.
I haven't had a chance to look at it yet because I just have not been around, but I'm so happy to hear that.
I did. So go, anyone who hasn't heard that show, go check it out if you want to hear my justification for that. Even Marie also made the list, so it's it's an interesting show. My number one is somebody that you already said. And we did see him in Halifax, and to me, after Raw this week, seeing him in that towel, he is number one for me on this list, Dolph Ziggler.
Towel?
Yes, Summer Rae broke into his shower room / locker room, and you saw him there, like, in a towel, like Valvina style. It was fairly hot.
I'm watching everything on Monday Holiday, I think.
Okay, it's really good. And then watch Miz TV on SmackDown. It's Summer and Miz, and then Dolph and Lana come out. It's really good as well. There's no Rusev, which makes it even better. But the reason I was asking earlier about like where does Ziggler go from here, because I'm not bored of the girls at all, but I am kind of bored of Ziggler Rusev.
Yeah.
Well, guys, you've heard our list now. Comment below. Let us know your top 5 hottest guys of summer 2015. We want to hear your lists. Find me on Twitter at LaDogRosa Mendez. Find Christina at MissTeenUS, MissTeenNS09. And that's it. Subscribe to the new channel SRR2. And we will be back in the near future for another Diva show here on SRR2. Adios.